Stay before the storm. You're halfway out the doorway, but your silence got here first. You said it's not goodbye, but the forecast felt rehearsed. Shoes untied, your jacket open, like you weren't sure you should go. I held my breath like furniture that doesn't want to know. The wind pulled at the curtains like it had something to prove, and I stood in the stillness of a room that couldn't move. If you stay before the storm, you might hear what I won't say. There's a calm between our voices that could keep the rain away. Don't leave while the thunder's pacing, not before the sky turns warm. If you go, go after everything, but please stay before the storm. You touched the door like a memory, soft and out of time. I played our song in headphones just to keep your shape in mind. The room still smells like cinnamon and arguments we lost, but silence in your footsteps might be worth the cost. If you stay before the storm, you won't have to run through shame. I'm not asking you to promise, only to stay long enough to name what we almost maybe nearly had before the sky was torn. If you go, go after lightning, but please stay before the storm. But I hear it in the pause, in the half-step, half-thought, half-open door that draws. Stay before the storm, before the thunder learns your face. There's a version of us waiting in a slightly safer place. Don't go when the clouds are darkest. Don't vanish with the form. You can leave with all the pieces, but stay before the storm. You always paused on this bridge, not for the view, just the air. Said the wind up here felt honest, like the only place you'd care. The lights below blink steady, like a song that won't restart. I lean into the metal, like it might unlock your part. No one talks up here, no one looks too long, but I stay until the silence sings like something wrong. On the bridge between the lines, I trace your ghost in glass. The cars all blur like questions that we never had to ask. I don't miss you like a heartbreak, more like headlights in the rain. On the bridge between the lines, I wait for nothing, just the same. Someone drops their coffee lid, it rolls to where we stood. Funny how a piece of trash still knows you better than I could. The railing's cold and steady, like the way you pulled away. Clean and sharp and certain, like you'd rehearsed that day. On the bridge between the lines, where we never said enough, I held your hand too loosely, you held back when it got rough. Now I stare at moving shadows that don't ask me to explain. On the bridge between the lines, only weather says your name. Maybe this is closure, not a word but where I stand. Maybe love just disappears where the air forgets your hand. On the bridge between the lines, I watch the night move on. Not with tears, not with anger, just a song you're not a poem. And if you ever come back here, I won't ask you why you came. This bridge remembers both of us, but forgets who took the blame. It's a quiet kind of evening, raindrops painting on the glass. City lights are softly blinking as the moments slowly pass. I hear footsteps in my memory, like echoes in a dream. Your shadow dancing carefully in every quiet scene. The coffee's cold, the room is still, but your laugh is in the air. I close my eyes and time stands still. I could swear you're standing there. Rain keeps talking, whispering your name. In every drop I hear it just the same. The thunder rolls like how you used to say you'd stay with me through every rainy day. But now it's just me and the sound of the rain. A song of love and quiet pain. Faded pictures on the table, folded notes I never read. I still wonder if you're able to recall the words we said. There's comfort in the rhythm of the storm against the pain, like a lullaby for memories that never learn to fade. Rain keeps talking, whispering your name. In every drop I hear it just the same. The thunder rolls like how you used to say now it's just me and the sound of the rain. A song of love and quiet pain. If I walk into the silence, would you meet me halfway through? If the rain could bring you closer, I'd pray for storms to chase the blue. Rain keeps talking, whispering your name. It knows the way it plays our old refrain. Still waiting at the window, lost in time, wishing I could call you mine. But now it's just me and the sound of the rain. My heart repeating your name again. I hear your breath before your name, like the air remembers first. No thunder, no warning, just silence that hurts. The hallway light was flickering when I passed by your door. Your coat still hangs in shadows, like you've only gone to the store. I whisper to the static on your old FM dial. Your voice comes through in pieces, too broken to reconcile. There's static between us, and the signal's coming slow. You say things I can't catch, but I pretend I know. Like a voicemail I replay, even though I know it's done. There's static between us, but I still wait for one. A record skips in the corner, our song half-finished plays. I didn't lift the needle, just hoped it fades away. I tried to write you letters, but the ink would always run, like my hands forgot your rhythms when the leaving had begun. There's static between us, and the channel won't stay clear. You're saying something soft, but it's always what I fear. The melody is broken, but I still hum along. There's static between us, but I still hear your song. You never said goodbye, just left me out of range. Now I search in noise and silence for a frequency that changed. There's static between us, and maybe that's okay. Some signals aren't for tuning, some songs don't wanna stay. But I keep the power on, just in case you call back through. There's static between us, but I still listen for you. They changed the bulbs last week, now the corner store hums blue. Same girl at the counter, still chewing like she's new. You used to wait outside, back against the ice machine, hands in pockets looking like some indie movie scene. I walked in just to wander, bought gum I didn't need. The fridge buzz filled the silence where your voice used to lead. There's a flicker from the corner store that blinks like deja vu. It's quiet but it's watching like it still remembers you. I don't miss you like I used to, but my shoes still find that floor, drawn to flicker, humming halogen, and the ghost of you at the door. Someone dropped a coin, it rolled like it knew where. Stopped by the chip aisle like it caught your old stare. I laughed a little louder than I meant to let them hear. It echoed off the freezer glass like you were still near. There's a flicker from the corner store that cuts through midnight air like static in a memory that says, yeah, you still care. I'm fine, I swear I'm fine, but this place knows more. And the flicker from the corner store still unlocks our old door. Just a parking lot at 12 where you stand and fake a purchase just to feel your former self. There's a flicker from the corner store that hums in crooked time. It sings in silent language only used to once be mine. I walk in, breathe the neon, buy nothing like before, then leave with one small piece of you from the flicker at the store. You always waited 2 clicks before you'd start to cross. Said the first one was too certain, the second held the loss. I stood at the same corner tonight, same cafe light behind. The traffic didn't notice, but the silence knew your outline. I almost stepped too early, but something pulled me still. The city shifted sideways like it bent to match your will. After the crosswalk clicks, I still hear your shoes, your rhythm left behind you in a tempo I still use. You're gone like changing signals, but the pause still makes me think. After the crosswalk clicks, I don't move, I just blink. The rain starts sliding slanted like you used to say my name. Not sad, not sweet, just sideways, like you always played that game. Someone hums a tune I know from the playlist you once made. Even Spotify can haunt you if you don't know what to save. After the crosswalk clicks, I still count to 3. Like maybe on the 4th beat, you'll be walking back to me. The cars blur into memory, the signals all mislink. After the crosswalk clicks, I still freeze on that brink. I tried new routes, new shoes, new rain. Still the same corner holds your name. After the crosswalk clicks, it's just me and flashing red. You left nothing at the scene but everything you said. I wait like I don't mean to, like ghosts nowhere to sink. After the crosswalk clicks, I still hear you in the blink. Red light, raincoat, repeat. You look like someone I used to know. Same raincoat, same way of standing. The city blinked in red and white like it was quietly demanding. You didn't see me watching, or maybe you did. The rain filled the distance where words used to live. I almost waved, almost called, but the light stayed red and I stayed small. Red light, raincoat, repeat. We keep meeting on this street, not in person, just in echoes, on a loop I can't delete. You cross, I stay, that's always been the beat. Red light, raincoat, repeat. You moved like it meant nothing, like ghosts don't breathe this air. But I swear the puddles shivered when you brushed through there. The car horns didn't faze me, not like the shape of your back. So ordinary, so permanent, like time forgot to crack. Red light, raincoat, repeat. Every cycle skips a beat. We're not talking, but we're moving parallel on different streets. I wonder if you ever feel it, that twitch behind your feet. Red light, raincoat, repeat. I could have run just once, but I stay like I always do. Cause if I don't interrupt the loop, maybe someday you will too. Red light, raincoat, repeat. It's always here, always flee. I stand and watch and breathe you in, like a song stuck on the screen. We don't need closure, just rhythm and retreat. Red light, raincoat, repeat. expect the sky to open, but it did like something gave. I sat down in that folding chair like a habit I couldn't save. No music in the background, just the hum of breathing walls. You once said silence is where the loudest feeling falls. I count the drops on window glass like seconds I didn't spend, still waiting for the thunder that always came too late to mend. This folding chair by the window knows more than it should. Held my spine when yours was missing, like old furniture would. No goodbye ever loud enough, no storm I could prepare. Just the rain in me and the memory in this folding, waiting chair. I tried to wash your cup today, but I left the stain alone. Some things are better shadowed than scrubbed down to the bone. A bird lands on the fire escape and flies off without care. I wonder if it ever waits on an empty metal chair. This folding chair by the window leans a little more each year, like my posture, like my patience, like the voice I used to hear. You never really slammed the door, you just vanished in the air. But I still keep the space for you in this folding, breathing chair. I never moved your sweater, it stays like you meant to come back. The imprint of your shoulder blades is how I measure lack. This folding chair by the window outlives all my plans. I sit like you're about to speak with my trembling, waiting hands. Some days I almost leave it, but then the sky feels bare. So I stay in quiet company with this folding, faithful chair. Hallways dim but glowing, like someone meant to come back. There's a jacket on the hanger, and your shoes by the front mat. It's quiet like a question like a breath that never lands, the kind of stillness only an empty room understands. The rain stopped hours ago, but the air still smells like you. There's half a glass of water that no one ever moved. Someone left the light on, like they planned to just return. But time moves in one direction, and memories don't learn. I sit across your echo in the space you used to fill. Someone left the light on, somehow it's burning still. The TV hums on mute, old photos stare me down. I haven't moved the picture frame or the sweater you wore out. I listen to the silence, for the creak behind the door, but no footsteps ever follow, just the weight of something more. Someone left the light on, and it softens all the walls. The shadows start to scatter, but no one ever calls. I keep the bulb from dying, though the night has had its will. Someone left the light on, and maybe I love them still. They say closure is a myth, that only daylight can pretend. But I believe in small things, like lights we never end. Someone left the light on, and I couldn't turn it off. So I live beside its silence, like a vow I never lost. I don't wait like I once did, but I hope you always knew. Someone left the light on, and I think it might have been you. is slowing down outside, but the silence feels too loud. I'm staring out the window, missing your voice in the crowd. The cafe's closing soon, but I still can't leave this seat. Your memories play in loops like a song stuck on repeat. The world feels like a painting left out in the storm. Colors bleeding slowly from where we once were warm. Before the lights fade, will you think of me again? Before the night claims the quiet things we never said. Every heartbeat's echo is just your name I replay. I'm still waiting before the lights fade away. I still wear that sweater you forgot on the July night. It smells like rain and longing and the way you held me tight. We never had an ending, just a silence that grew wide. Now every empty moment feels like something died. Before the lights fade, will you think of me again? Before the night claims the quiet things we never said. Every heartbeat's echo is just your name I replay. I'm still waiting before the lights fade away. Maybe we were never meant to last, but why does the past still whisper in the rain, still pull me back again? Before the lights fade, will you remember my face? Before the dawn breaks and the night erases every trace. Even if I'm fading, I love you anyway. So here I'll stay before the lights fade away. The streets are wet with stories, reflections on the ground. Neon lights are flickering where once we walked around. Umbrellas pass like strangers, but none of them are you. I trace the path we used to take, each step still feels like two. The sky is low and humming like a vinyl playing slow. Every corner smells like longing, every sign says don't let go. Under streetlights and memories, I still feel your hand in mine. Like a ghost in the quiet breeze, you're crossing every line. If the world keeps turning, why do I still stand so still? Under streetlights and memories, caught in what we used to feel. I drink the night in silence, let shadows wrap me tight. The past is always louder when you're gone, but feels so right. This city sleeps around me, but I can't close my eyes. I keep replaying endings that never said goodbye. Under streetlights and memories, I still feel your hand in mine. Like a ghost in the quiet breeze, you're crossing every line. If the world keeps turning, why do I still stand so still? Under streetlights and memories, caught in what we used to feel. Would you even recognize me now? If we pass beneath the glow, would your heart remember mine? Like a song we used to know. Under streetlights and memories, I'm dancing with the past. Every shadow feels like you. I thought this pain would never last, but here I am still waiting where the city always knew. Under streetlights and memories, I still look for you. It's late, but I don't turn the lights on. Let the rain write poems on the glass. I'm curled up in a corner, letting midnight slowly pass. The world feels soft and distant, like a film that's lost its sound. I keep watching headlights drifting through reflections on the ground. My tea's gone cold beside me, but I still hold it close. It feels like I might vanish if I move or feel too much. With the window still open, I let the silence speak. All the words I couldn't give you are now leaking through the leak. In the hush of a rainy evening, your name still feels like home. With the window still open, I let myself be alone. I see the books we never finished, and your sweater on my chair. The kind of details no one notices, but I still find you there. Even the shadows seem familiar, even the wind hums your tune. I could almost swear you're near me, but you always leave too soon. With the window still open, I breathe in what we were. The scent of rain, the sound of heartbeats that once beat strong and sure. Now I count the drops like memories, everyone a broken tone. With the window still open, I learned to be closure, no grand finale, just echoes in the air. You left the room so quietly, but everything stayed there. With the window still open and the rain about to stop, I whisper all the love I held and finally let it drop. Not to forget, not to erase you, just to feel that I've grown. with the window still open, I can finally be alone. I didn't bring an umbrella, thought maybe I needed the rain. The city hums beneath my footsteps, washing off the quiet pain. People rush beneath their covers, but I just take it slow. The world feels strangely open when you've got nowhere to go. My jacket's thin, my hands are cold, but my heart's not quite as loud. For once I'm not pretending to disappear into the crowd. Walking through the drizzle with your name inside my head, not running from the memories, just walking with them instead. Every raindrop finds a rhythm on the sidewalk in my skin. Walking through the drizzle like you're near me once again. Crossing lights on corners that we used to share before. Every cafe window's glowing, but I don't step through the door. I smile at strangers passing, not 'cause I'm really fine, but it's something you would do when the weather matched your mind. Walking through the drizzle with your name inside my head, not running from the memories, just walking with them instead. I don't need a destination, just the echo of your name. Walking through the drizzle in the soft and quiet rain. It's not sadness like before, it's the kind that gently stays, like the way a song can hold you long after it's played. Walking through the drizzle and the streetlights start to glow. I'm not healed, I'm not broken, I'm just learning how to go. Let the sky cry if it wants to, I'm not running from the rain. Walking through the drizzle and somehow I feel okay. Fog rolls in like a memory, soft and slow and wide. I walk the docks where we once stood, with time not on our side. No rain tonight, but everything still feels like it's soaked through. The air is thick with almost, and the ghost of me and you. A distant ship is fading behind a wall of grey. to stay. There's a flicker in the fog, like your shadow passing by. Every step feels borrowed from a dream I can't untie. I'm not chasing you tonight, just walking through what's gone, with a flicker in the fog and your name in every song. I count the rust on railings like I used to count your size. Little things that meant so much now get lost in lowered skies. There's no one here but silence and the water breathing slow. I speak your name out quietly, like you might still wanna know. There's a flicker in the fog, like your voice inside the mist. Half of me still waiting in the space where we exist. I don't need to find you now, but I need it to belong to that flicker in the fog that's been with me all along. Love was just a season, then this feels like the fall. You drifted like the shoreline till there was no you at all. But I stayed on this harbor, never sailing anywhere, just reading all the weather signs that said you were still there. Wide. I'm not lost, just walking slowly. I know you won't come along, but I'll leave space in the silence for the flicker, faint but strong. Buzzes faintly, old speakers humming low. I find a song from somewhere on a half-lit late night show. It crackles through the static like a voice that's out of reach. Every note feels distant, like waves against a beach. I sit beneath the window, curtains drawn but eyes still wide. The rain taps out a rhythm that's somehow still on time. Half-light radio, playing all my quiet thought. Your name floats in the feedback, a signal that I never lost. This room is just a station where old memories still play slow. I tune into the silence on my half-light radio. The DJ doesn't speak much, just lets the record spin. But something in that stillness feels like you again. I hear a line I once wrote you, sung by someone I don't know. Guess love finds second chances through someone else's show. Half-light radio, filling shadows on the floor. The songs we never danced to still echo from the door. You might be long forgotten, but your chords still gently flow in the hum between the verses on my half-light radio. There's a voicemail in the static, a whisper on the fade, of all the things we almost said when we still felt unafraid. And maybe that's enough for now, just fragments on the air of a story never finished, still floating somewhere there. Half-light radio, one last song before the dawn. The street lamps flicker gently as the lonely night moves on. I don't need to hear you clearly, it's enough to let you go, with your memory still playing on my half-light radio. I heard your voice before I opened my eyes, soft like fog and hard to hold. You said something I couldn't quite catch, but it warmed me through the cold. The room was filled with nothing but the hum of distant sound, and the world spun slightly backward while my feet stayed on the ground. You were sitting by the window, but the light came from the floor. I tried to move to speak, but I'd been here once before. It's a dream in rivers, we're unbreaking every line. You're walking back toward me, like we're still running out of time. The clock hands fall like raindrops, the sunrise slips away, in this dream in reverse, I almost make you stay. The walls breathe slow and sideways, and my heartbeat folds into every step I never took now finds its way to you. There's no gravity, no ending, only motion without sound. But I see your eyes so clearly, like they never let me down. It's a dream in reverse, I forget the letting go. We danced before we're strangers, like we never had to know. No goodbye in this moment, no wait, no words to say. This dream in reverse, too soon. Maybe some part of us still meets beneath this moon. We love and drift away. Taxis blur through puddles, neon signs blink out of tune. It's 4 a.m. in Seoul again, and I'm humming your old tune. A warm can of coffee in my hand. The street's too big for one. My reflection in a bus stop glass still waits for something gone. No one's talking, just the hum of vending lights and sleep. Even this city loud by nature knows what not to keep. In the empty corners of Seoul, you echo off the glass. Every alley holds a whisper of a love that couldn't last. I walk through silent headlines where your smile used to stay. In the empty corners of Seoul, I lose you every day. Shop is closing. They stack chairs without a sound. It smells like broth and longing, like peace I never found. Above me blinking billboards play lives I'll never live. You were my favorite silence, the only thing I couldn't give. In the empty corners of Seoul, you echo off the glass. Every alley holds a whisper of a love that couldn't last. Now the crosswalk sings in rhythm, but I'm stuck mid-step, mid-pray. In the empty corners of Seoul, I let you slip away. What if I turned back once more? What if you had stayed? This city's filled with what ifs that don't know how to fade. In the empty corners of Seoul, with dawn about to break, I whisper things I meant to say to the sky that never wakes. You're not here, but in this stillness, your shadow learns to sway. In the empty corners of Seoul, ask you to stay. The smoke curls in slow spirals, dancing with the low brass sound. I sit alone at table 7 since you stopped coming around. The bartender knows better than to ask who I still miss. He just pours the evening slowly, another ghost in this abyss. Outside the street still glistening with rain that fell at 10. Inside your chair stays empty, like you're late but coming again. In this velvet ashtray night, I light the hours one by one. The clock forgets to tick and the saxophone's undone. You left behind your silence in a glass half full of rum. In this velvet ashtray night, you still feel like a song. The singer croons in minor thirds as if she knows your name. Each lyric lands like perfume that doesn't smell the same. I trace the rim of my coffee cup like a ring you didn't leave. The candle's almost out, but I still don't wanna leave. In this velvet ashtray night where your laughter used to cling, the jukebox spins old lovers, but no one ever sings. There's a lipstick on the napkin and the scent of something gone. In this velvet ashtray night, you still feel like a song. Maybe I never knew you just the way you held your glass. Maybe love was in the pauses, the parts we let slip past. Velvet ashtray night, I toast to what we were. The room leans in and listens like it still recalls her. So I sit with all our echoes where the lonely chords belong. In this velvet ashtray night, you still feel like a song. It wasn't your coat, but I stopped and stared. Same shade, same shape, same silence in the air. You crossed the avenue with your head turned low. I didn't wave, didn't move, just watched the moment go. The light changed, so did I, but not in ways you'd see. I didn't see you, but I felt you turn, like a heat that pulls, then lets it burn. We're strangers now, with shared terrain, passing like ghosts in borrowed rain. I didn't stop you, I wouldn't dare, but I still breathe like you were there. You held your phone to your ear, but I doubt it rang. Maybe I imagine the way your shoulders sang. I took the long way home, viewed the city twice, just to trace the feeling of something almost right. I didn't see you, but I felt you turn, like a line I read but couldn't learn. You don't have to know, you don't have to care, I just needed to know you're somewhere. You vanished clean, no backwards glance, but I still stand where I lost the chance. Maybe you did see me and chose the quiet way. Maybe that's what kindness looks like on a rainy day. I didn't see you, but I felt the pull, like a tide that leaves the glass half full. It's not love now, but it's not gone. It's the echo, I keep walking on. No need to stop, no need to yearn. I didn't see you, but I felt you turn. Seven, 12, like always. Same driver, same face in the glass. The rain hits the roof in patterns, but tonight I let it pass. There's a woman in a green coat who hums when no one looks. A boy with broken headphones, reading names in comic books. The bench is cold but grounded, like it's held too many lives. The neon sign above me keeps buzzing but survives. The bus stops here every night, but nobody really stays. They all leave something behind, a sigh, a song, a phrase. I sit with open silence while the engines blur the air. The bus stops here every night, but I'm the only one saw you through the window, 2 rows down 5th seating. You looked like you'd forgotten how beginnings ever begin. I didn't wave, just lowered my eyes to crack concrete. Still felt your presence linger in the rhythm of retreat. The bus stops here every night, but I haven't bought a ride. Just watching people vanish on their paths I'm not beside. They carry rain in shoulders, they carry ghosts in hair. The bus stops here every night, and I pretend I don't care. We were once 2 transfers from something close to right. Now you're just a passing figure in a city full of night. I memorize these strangers like they're pages from your face. Maybe loving means observing what we'll never get to trace. The bus stops here every night, and I keep it missing the call. Maybe healing isn't motion, maybe it's the not at all. So I'll keep sitting waiting in this glowing rain-stained chair. The bus stops here every night, but I'm the only one still there.
You left the plant by the window, didn't say a word. I watered it the first 2 days, then watched the green get blurred. The coffee's gone too bitter, but I still drink it slow. It's like I owe the ritual for all I didn't show. You folded your goodbye into the space between my sides. Now the blinds don't close completely, I don't ask why. These are the things I didn't water: your coat, your voice, your keys, your toothbrush in the holder, the way you hated trees. You left so many corners full, but I stayed in the center. Now all I do is inventory the life I didn't enter. I walk around in socks you bought, one has a hole your size. I press play on the kettle, let the hiss decide. The hallway mirror's crooked, but I don't fix it straight. I like it better broken, it doesn't look so fake. These These are the things I didn't water, the questions you stopped asking, the books we stacked for later, the closet lights still flashing. You gave me room to reach for you. I stayed still like a frame, and now I sit with furniture that only knows your name. I thought loving you meant keeping everything where it was, but dust doesn't equal memory, and stillness isn't love. These are the things I didn't water, a life that almost bloomed. Now all I do is stand beside the room that stayed your room. I never moved the planter, the soil's gone dry and dark, but if I close my eyes, I swear it still remembers spark. I started with dear you, then paused for 20 lines. Couldn't decide if I was angry or just bad with signs. The ink bleeds a little crooked, like my thoughts in dim lit rooms. I write like you might read it, but you never made space for truth. I taped the stamp but never mailed it, buried it in drawer 3. Sometimes I hold the envelope just to feel you're not with me. This is the letter I never sent, full of words I meant to miss, phrases tucked in corners like we never shared a kiss. I kept the paper folded like it might someday unfold, but time doesn't deliver to names we don't hold. I write about your habits, the ones I hated most, then find myself defending them like I still believe your ghost. I wrote I hope you're breathing, even if I'm not your heir, then scratched it out and circled all the places you're still there. This is the letter I never sent, drenched in ink and might have beens. It knows too many secrets and none of where you've been. I read it when I miss you, even though it brings no end. The letter I never sent, but always tried to send. Would you laugh at how I signed it? Would you skip the opening lines? Would you know I almost meant it when I said I'd be just fine? This is the letter I never sent, left sealed inside my drawer. I write you into silence because silence asks for more. I never found your address, but you live in what I meant. So here's the final version of the letter I never sent. The letter I never sent. The letter I never sent.
You never used the front door, said it felt too final, so I left the back one cracked like a fragile kind of ritual. Your steps had a rhythm, I could count from 3 floors up. Always skipped the second stair, I never asked you why enough. Now the hallway eats its echo and the bulb flickers in code, like it's trying to confess what you never showed. There's a backstairs light that still blinks your name. It hums like hesitation, it flickers just the same. I don't use that stairwell, but I check it every night. You might have left the building, but not the backstairs light. Still in the drawer with the gum you used to chew. I almost threw it out once, then remembered how you knew how to disappear without turning off the room. Now everything stays powered, but it still feels like a tune. There's a backstairs light that won't quite die, like it's waiting on permission to let go of your goodbye. I watch it flick from yellow to a kind of distant white, that weird familiar color of a memory held too tight. Maybe we were nothing but a hallway passed at dusk. Maybe I imagine meaning in the residue of trust. Still that backstairs light keeps buzzing low and warm, like a night you didn't notice, could outlive every storm. I live in front-facing silence, but I peek around each night just to check if you're still glowing in the backstairs light. Don't wait up, but your perfume got here first. It clung to my collarbone like a half-spoken curse. City's asleep, but watching windows lit like slow applause. You left your lipstick on the mirror like it knew your secret flaws. I leaned on the sink like it might lean back. Swore I wouldn't chase you, but I still check the cracks. It's midnight on 5th and Hollow, where your shadow likes to play.
try. It's midnight on Fifth and Hollow, where the air still pulls like sin. I light a match for nothing, just to feel it on my skin. You haunt like it's on purpose, with a grin that begs for blame. Midnight on Fifth and Hollow, I'm the one who stayed the same. You don't knock in dreams, you just let yourself in. You don't end things, you let them thin. Midnight on Fifth and Hollow, and my shirt still smells like fire. You never gave me closure, just a map of your desire. I stay because it's twisted, because it burns just right on Fifth and Hollow. Baby, you're my favorite kind of night. When the window breathes, the curtain moved. I thought it was you, just wind, but soft the way you do. The room didn't speak, but the dust turned slow. And in that weightless moment, I almost let you go. No photo left on surfaces, no coat to hold the shape, but silence bends familiar when you're near in some escape. When the window breathed, I swore you stepped inside, like the house knew how to open when my voice forgot to try. It's nothing, it's the weather, it's everything I miss. When the window breathed, I remembered how we kissed. You always left at twilight, said the day felt too exposed. Now I sit with half a sunrise and a coffee going cold. The hallway blinks uneven, like it's searching for your shoes. And I fold my knees beneath me, like I did when there was us two. When the window breathed, I turned and held my breath, pretending I could hold you in the space where you had left. It's just a breeze, I know that, but some winds sound like names. When the window breathed, wish so hard. That silence gives me choice. When the window breathes, I let the memory in. Not to stay or stay forever, but to feel you once again. No promise, no direction, just a room that learned to wake. When the window breathed, you gave more than you take.
Shoes a little soaked, but I like it that way. The rain taps out a tempo that the city forgot to play. Headphones on, hood half up, and traffic blur behind. Feels like I'm the only one still stuck inside my mind. A couple passes laughing like we used to be. I smile like it's nothing, but the sidewalk knows me. This feels like a film scene, no one stayed to write. I'm just walking through the rain, letting memory pick the light. It's not heavy, not dramatic, just a mood I didn't choose. Like a Sunday with your name in it that I don't know how to lose. The train rolls under bridges, umbrellas bloom like thoughts. I step through all the motion like a ghost that never stops. I check my phone for nothing, then put it back with care. Like I'm leaving space for silence where your voice once filled the air. A couple passes laughing like we used to be. I smile like it's nothing, but the sidewalk knows me. This feels like a film scene that forgot its final shot, where I'm not chasing after, just remembering what I'm not. No heartbreak, just the quiet of a city letting go. Sidewalk shining silver from a rain I used to know. Oh, maybe I'm not lonely, just alive in my own way. The street doesn't ask questions and the puddles never stay. Yeah, this feels like a film scene that no one thought to score, but the rhythm of the raindrops is enough to mean much more. If I pass by your old building, don't wave, I'm just passing through, just a figure in a long shot that used to walk with you. This still feels like a film scene, no one stayed to write. Let a memory pill net night up, then repeat the way.
Lights are out on every floor, but one below my room. I see you lean against the glass, same silhouette, same gloom. You're not looking up, but I still hold my breath. Your lamp hums like memory, soft and edged with death. You twist your hair, sip something dark, and disappear again. It's not enough to miss you, so I pretend it's just the rain. A window 2 floors down, where your shadow knows the light. I don't knock, I don't wave, I just watch you every night. You used to leave your blinds half closed, like a secret you don't keep. Now the window 2 floors down is where I come to sleep.
just too soft. I strain to catch a note or two, but your silence turns them off. I sit with all my lights dimmed low, like we're sharing the same air. Two people, same apartment line, same ache, different stairs. Window 2 floors down, and I swear I saw you smile. But maybe it was nothing, just the glass playing denial. If love was ever real at all, it lived behind that screen. Now the window 2 floors down holds everything between. I could knock, I could speak, but you never asked me to. So I sit where ghosts feel close and strangers feel like you. Window 2 floors down, tonight you drew the shade, and something in that small goodbye told me not to stay. Maybe you saw me once, maybe I should have been found, but I'll leave you to your silence in the window 2 floors down. Seat 17 on the window, before I could forget. Seat 17 right behind the wheel, same line, same regret. I pretend that this is transit, but I don't know where I go. The stops blur like the questions, you never let me know. A couple talks and whispers, the driver hums off key, but all I hear is the echo of what you never said to me. Seat 17 by the window, watching cities pass like years. You left in the morning quiet, but your silence lingers here. Every raindrop draws your profile, then wipes it out in streaks. Seat 17 by the window, where I ride but never speak. The glass fogs in the corners, I trace it like a map. Try to find where you were going by the shape your leaving had. You always said the in-between was where the real things start. Then you stepped off without looking, took the quiet from my heart. Seat 17 by the window, and I let the hours roll. I've memorized the crossings, but I never felt them whole. You were motion, I was stillness, that was always the divide. Now seat 17's a shelter that I carry deep inside. I don't know where to exit, so I stay another loop. Let the city shift around me like your hands once used to do. Seat 17 by the window, and the rain begins again. Maybe that's the only constant when the ends don't know they end. So I sit and don't remember, just absorb the things I knew. Seat 17 by the window, and the road still runs through you.
tide pulled back slow tonight, left the sand like unfinished lines. I walked where your footsteps stopped, still tried to match them with mine.
Salt air wrapped around my collar, cold enough to make me wait, like you might rise from the water with something left to say.
The moon didn't ask questions, but I answered just in case. Told it things I should have told you before we lost our place. Low tide letters in the phone, spelled your name then let it go. I stood ankle deep in memory till the ocean said not anymore. If you ever come back looking, I'll be just beyond the shore. With these low tide letters I don't send anymore. There's a boat light blinking distant, like a heartbeat I don't trust, and seashells cracking underfoot, like promises turned to dust. You once said this beach felt endless, but now it folds too soon. I count the seconds backward by the rhythm of the moon. Low tide letters in the phone, written slow, erased too fast. Every line just says I miss you, but it never seems to last. You were the storm and shelter, I was the driftwood at your door. Now I write these low tide letters knowing they won't reach you anymore. Secrets for the ones who never call. Maybe forgetting someone is just writing them too small. Low tide letters in the phone, and the stars refuse to stay, but I come back here anyway to say what I won't say. No return, no destination, just the hush I'm waiting for. With these low tide letters that are yours, but nothing more. The fan's been spinning all night, but it never changes pace. Like it doesn't care who left or who forgot this place. I lie beneath its orbit like a thought I didn't say. It circles just above me, never landing, never stray. Your cup's still on the counter, lipstick faded to a ghost. The light switch doesn't flicker, but I feel you here the most. The ceiling fan doesn't blink, doesn't break or hesitate. It just hums above the silence, like it knows the way I wait. You spun out in one direction, I stayed still like broken time. Now the ceiling fan remembers, but it never calls you mine.
once said motion helps you sleep, but now it just keeps me up. The air moves but nothing breathes, not the room, not even us. I count the blades, not seconds, like I used to count your size. Each one cuts a shadow where your goodbye still lies. The ceiling fan doesn't blink, doesn't flinch when names are said. I whispered yours at midnight, but it just spun overhead. No answers in its rhythm, no message in its span, but the ceiling fan keeps watching what we never let begin. Maybe grief is like a pattern that repeats above our heads, and love becomes the silence we survive when it has fled. The ceiling fan doesn't blink, doesn't judge or understand. It moves like it remembers that you once held my hand. Now I lie here with the question that the room no longer thinks. Would you miss me if I stopped moving like a ceiling fan that blinks?
The rain stopped mid-sentence like it remembers something else. Streetlight hit the pavement slow. Everything began to melt. A woman laughed across the street. Didn't sound like you, but my head turned anyway, like it always tends to do. Your name's not in my phone now, but my thumb still knows the spot. The world moved on in color, but I stayed grayscale alive. After the rain stopped, I walked like I had somewhere. Shoes still soaked, heart still heavy, but the wind didn't care. It just brushed me down the sidewalk like it knew I'd stall and stare. After the rain stopped, it was quiet but not bare. The coffee shop was closing, steam blurred all their signs. I stood there like a sentence, missing words between its lines. You'd say I overthink things, then do the same but soft. We were quiet in loud places, now I'm loud and you're lost. After the rain stopped, I kept hearing that same note, the one you used to hum when your mind began to float. I'm not looking for a reason
the sound of my own heart.
There's a hum behind the silence where the quarters used to go. Someone left a jacket here, smells like static and cologne. The vending light still flickering like it's too tired to pretend. I fold shirts like they're memories you wore but didn't mend. The walls don't echo voices, just the rhythm of machines. This place feels like a secret tucked between two dreams. In the laundry room at 2 a.m. where no one comes to cry, but the dryers spin like time does when you don't say goodbye. I'm not looking for forgiveness, just a place to feel okay. In the laundry room at 2 a.m. I leave what I can't say. A sock that isn't mine spins out against the glass, reminds me how you always left without needing to ask. I watch the timer blinking down like a heartbeat wrapped in tin. You once said love is boring, but I take the boring back again. In the laundry room at 2 a.m. where the floor is soft with soap, I don't wait for you to show up, but I hang on to the hope. There's a peace in clean repetition, in the hum that doesn't care. In the laundry room at 2 a.m. you still feel like you're there. I write your name in lint, I fold my guilt in sleeves, I load my doubts in cycles that never really leave. In the laundry room at 2 a.m. I don't ask for more than this, just the warmth of cotton tumbling in the shape of what I miss. When the lights start blinking, closing time, I gather what remains. In the laundry room at 2 a.m. I still rinse you down the drain.
Shutters down, lights still warm, like the day forgot to end. I walk past empty windows, like I'm tracing where we've been. The mannequins look frozen, but their stillness feels alive. Just reflections holding stories that we never did survive.
I don't try to find your face, but I catch it now and then, in the glass of old boutiques or the backs of silhouette men. I'm just crossing past closed shops where your name still likes to hide in the echoes of the metal, in the glow of neon pride. I'm not chasing, I'm not stopping, just absorbing what we missed while crossing past closed shops where our goodbyes still exist. A cat slips through a railing like it owns the quiet street. The rain's not falling hard, but enough to feel defeat. The street lamp hums a key you once used to start your songs, and my feet find every rhythm of the places we went wrong. I'm just crossing past closed shops, and the night sells old regret. There's a jacket in the window that you haven't stolen yet. I don't pause, I don't replay, but the moment still persists. Crossing past closed shops where your absence coexists. I won't write you in the sidewalks, I won't frame you in a sign, but if the city holds a shadow, it still sometimes matches mine. So I keep crossing past closed shops till the dawn forgets your shape, and the coffee carts start rolling like it's time to clean the ache. I'm not healed, I'm not breaking, just repeating quiet scripts. Crossing past closed shops where your ghost still softly drifts. The heater groans like it's trying to say something kind. I don't play music tonight, just let the static unwind. This room's not big, but it holds the quiet right. The curtains don't close fully, but I like the strip of light. Your mug's still on the windowsill, I water it like a plant. Guess we all assign meaning to the things we can in room 3B. The static's warm, like something almost near. I don't call it missing you, but it hums inside my ear. No messages, no drama, just a radiator's breath. Room 3B holds my quiet now, and what never learned to rest. The hallway smells like detergent and someone else's bread. Funny how scent gets louder than the words we never said. I light a
to watch it fade before the ash. You always said I held on like someone bracing for a crash. In room 3B the clock ticks slow, but the blankets know my shape. I left your playlist playing low, not sad, just out of habit's sake. It's not about the waiting now, just the echo I let stay. Room 3B is quieter in that complicated way. Furniture so your absence would make sense, but absence isn't furniture, it always climbs the vents. Room 3B, the static's soft and the kettle hums alone. I sing out loud to no one, like the melody is home. It's not a chapter, not a heartbreak, just a song I never pressed. Room 3B, you're still not here, but the silence fits me best. Platform A, before the first train. The light above me buzzes like it's tired of being on. I'm here too early on purpose, just to breathe where you were gone. No one stands this far back, no one waits without a plan. But I like the sound of rail lines that never ask where you began. A seagull shrieks to inland, must have lost its way tonight. Kind of like that time in August when we left without a fight. Platform A, before the first train, where the cold sits in my sleep. You took everything in boxes, left your silence tucked in me. The schedule blinks in broken rows, like you blinked before you lied. Platform A, before the first train. And the ache that never hides. My coffee's gone metallic, I sip it just to stay. A woman hums too loudly, her song gets in my way. I check the board again, even though I know the time. Some part of me still hoping you'll arrive in someone's line. Platform A, before the first train, where goodbye plays on repeat. Each second feels rehearsed again, each footstep incomplete. You move through me like schedule noise on time, then disappeared.
They say the morning means momentum, but I move without a name. You loved me like a layover, not enough to miss your plane. Platform A before the first train, and the sky forgets to light. I wait for something nameless that just barely feels right. You won't show, I'm certain, still I brace like you just might. Platform A before the first train is where I lose you every night.
First night in a city I don't know. This bed smells like no one. The walls don't echo back. I turned the TV on for noise, then left it playing black. The air feels too available, like it doesn't know my name. I almost called your number just to hear it ring the same. There's a map still in my pocket from the station near the square. I walked 5 blocks too far just to prove I wasn't scared. First night in a city I don't know, where the sky feels slightly wrong. Even the rain's unfamiliar, even the streetlights hum too long. I breathe like I'm adjusting, but my chest forgets the flow. It's the first night in a city, and I still carry you, you know. There's a bookstore near the corner with a name that sounds like sleep. I didn't walk inside it, but the thought still lingers deep. The mirror caught my jacket like a stranger in the room, and I stood there like a tourist inside something once called you. First night in a city I don't know, and the silence feels rehearsed, like I've done this kind of aching in a dozen places first. But the skyline has your outline, and the traffic moves too slow. Yeah, it's the first night in a city, but it's not the first time letting go. Maybe I keep leaving just to chase the echo back, but each new place gets quieter when I unpack what I lack. First night in a city I don't know, no postcards, no return, just a window facing nothing and a light that doesn't burn. I'm not lonely, I'm just learning how to walk where you won't go. On this first night in a city that still sounds a bit like home.
First line of rain, you said I'll be quick, but the rain started first. No warning, just thunder, like the sky read your worst. Your footsteps hit the puddles like a song that's out of sync. And I watched through fogged up windows, more feeling than I think. The news played in the background, but I only heard your keys. The storm hit like a sentence that skipped all the please. This is the first line of rain, and you're already gone. Not a door slam or a voicemail, just the shape of moving on. My name's soaked in your jacket, but not enough to stay. First line of rain, and you disappeared that way. The city didn't blink much, it's used to scenes like this. One lover running weather, one holding ghosts like fists. I lit a match for rhythm to hear something catch again. But even fire feels quieter when it's losing to the rain. This is the first line of rain, where memory turns to mist. I reach like it'll matter, but you're too far to resist. This isn't heartbreak, just the part right before. First line of rain, and you echo at the door. And some days start with thunder, some start with a name, and some start with nothing, but still end up the same. So here's the first line of rain, and a sky that never learns. It keeps crying for the leavers while the still ones sit and burn. You didn't say forever, but you looked like you could mean the first line of rain. And the silence in between. Didn't expect the sky to open, but it did like something gave. I sat down in that folding chair like a habit I couldn't save. No music in the background, just the hum of breathing walls. You once said silence is where the loudest feeling falls. I count the drops on window glass like seconds I didn't spend. Still waiting for the thunder that always came too late to mend. This folding chair by the window knows more than it should. Held my spine when yours was missing, like old furniture would. No goodbye ever loud enough, no storm I could prepare. Just the rain and me and the memory in this folding waiting chair. I tried to wash your cup today, but I left the stain alone. Some things are better shadowed and scrubbed down to the bone. A bird lands on a fire escape and flies off without care. I wonder if it ever waits on an empty metal chair. This folding chair by the window leans a little more each year. Like my posture, like my patience, like the voice I used to hear. You never really slammed the door, you just vanished in the air. But I still keep the space for you in this folding, breathing chair. I never moved your sweater, it stays like you meant to come back. The imprint of your shoulder blades is how I measure lack. This folding chair by the window outlives all my plans. I sit like you're about to speak with my trembling, waiting hands. Some days I almost leave it, but then the sky feels bare. So I stay in quiet company with this folding, faithful chair.